All right, so today I'm gonna show everyone how I was able to make over $2,000 trading after work in only 3 days of trading. So if you look at my dashboard here, you can see that my strategy is currently at 90% win rate. Here's the balance here, $2,069. Good um, ratio of loss to win here, profit factor of 25. So if we scroll down here, you can see that. And that was only the course of 3 days here. Had a $500 day, $300 day, and then $1,100 day. So this is great for anyone that wants to look into trading after work, after hours. This setup works during the Asian session. So I'm usually about 8 p.m. I'm getting on and looking for this setup. It may set up a little bit earlier, it may be a little bit later, but the point is, if you're working during the day, this is Eastern Standard Time, by the way, and if you have time to get on your computer in the evening, this could be a lot more profitable than actually trying to get a part-time job. So this is just something that you may want to follow along with and learn the strategy. Let me go over to the charts now to show you some of my setups. All right, so I'm going to go back here. This was on Friday evening. It's currently Sunday evening. Looks like the market just opened and looks like it may be another setup coming here soon. But let me go back to Friday. So this is the $1,100 day here, which was Friday. So this is about, what is that? It's about 9:11. This day is set up at 11 p.m. So let me break down my strategy really quick so you can see what you're looking for. When I came in that evening, about, like I said, about 8 p.m., so that would have been about this time here, I saw that for the previous day, it was a bearish day. So price opened up here, closed down here, had some strong candles selling off. So what I'm always looking for as I come to the charts in the evening, if there was a push down to close the day, there's usually going to be like a slight pullback. And let me also mention that this is trading gold. All of those trades that I've taken were all on gold. So if you can trade gold, definitely stick with that. Not to say this doesn't work with other indices or with other pairs, but this definitely works with gold. It's been working for me. So we had to push down the prior day with these small pullbacks here coming into the next day, which would be the evening for us. The market opens up at 6 p.m. So when it's pulling back, we want to draw a trend line in that pullback and then wait for a break of the trend line. So here's what's different for how I trade my trend lines. Whenever I get that break, I'm not entering on that first break of the trend line break, and I'm going to let it pull back again and then enter on an engulfing candle. So if you see here, this up here, I would count as the engulfing, where we had that bearish and then another one pushed down. So it's a three candle. Let me zoom in. It's a three candle formation here. 1, 2, 3. So that's why you see the entry here. Now, this is something else that I do different from other people with my trend lines. Most people would target the start of the trend line, which, could be here. That's not my initial target. I'm going to usually target where that first break ended. So we had the pullback here of a trend line. Trend line was broken. So this would be our target right here, my initial target. So as you see this actual trade planner here, that's why you see that going all the way down to this point. That matches here as my main target for the trade. If it goes past that, that's great, but we can't be greedy in this. We have to do what's most likely to happen and not always push for the big home run, because that's not going to always happen. As you see, it would have continue on through that push to the bottom, but we don't know that. So I never aim for the complete push. And if you do that, make sure you take some risk off the table. So as you see, I entered that trade here. That was at, like I said, 11 o'clock. And I mean, it was, oh, let me retrack again because I did not wait it out to get down to here. I went ahead and took profit here at a 1 to 1.5 just because of the time. I was getting tired, and I did not feel like waiting and watching this through the night. So that actually hit the TP at actually 12 a.m. So that would have been from 11 to 12, just an hour for that trade, in and out. Now, when I woke up in the morning, I just put this one over here as a what if I had actually felt like staying up and watching the trade. And as you see, that would have took profit on this candle here. So that would have been 1:15 a.m. So let me show you another example of how this works out. And this was another trade that I did get in that same day. This was actually during the New York session. So what I saw again, it was another very strong bearish day on a Friday. And I don't usually like to stay in trades on Friday, especially not late in the evening. So we had that strong push down. And once again, you see a pullback into the strength down. And as you see my trend line, had that first trend here. And then that push through and broke right here. So this was the first break of the trend line here. So in my head, that's my first target that I'm looking for. It pulled back up again and broke through the trend line again. So this was a second little minor trend line that I took. And from there, I went ahead and did a piece of this target down to here. So I jumped in on these candles over here and took it on down to my take profit here. So I did not wait on this full break, but as you see, like I said, this was the end of the day. So I didn't trust that it was going to close out by the end of the session, which is 4 p.m. on Top Step. So if you go back, I was saying this is the full take profit here. If you're going to wait for it, it did not hit that on that day. But as you see here on that next, as soon as this market opened up today, it immediately went down, spiked to that TP, and now it's pushing back up. So that's where I'm saying, like, you don't always want to try to ride these trend lines all the way to the beginning of the trend line or to the bottom of the market. You just have to take it to where that first break of the trend line happened. So I know this can be kind of confusing to look at if you're not used to seeing it. But I promise you, if you can get this down, it's going to be very, very, very good for you to be able to read the market like this. If you can get with the flow of the market going with strength, it's very, very high win rate. As you see, I'm at a 90%. Don't try to do this against trend. You can do it with these little micro moves, but you're going to get those fast in and out trades within like an hour or two if you let the pullback go in against the strength and jump in coming back with the strength. And another key tip that you want to look for in your pullback, if you see these little steps coming against the trend, that's where the good trades are going to be. So you got the steps coming up, and those are like targets. They're micro targets in your trade. So look for those steps in your pullback against the strength, then jump in on that engulfing after the break of the trend line, and then take that on down. Like I say, don't always wait for that full push all the way through. Not to say that this won't give me another engulfing and then go ahead and finish the trend and keep going lower. That may very well happen, but do not bet on that. So go ahead and make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow with all the trades that I'm doing. I promise you, you will get it the more you see it. And I'm going to do a lot of trainings, a lot more videos. I'll keep track of all the trades that I'm doing. Follow along with the journey, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'll be glad to show you. Like I say, once again, just showing 90% win rate. You can do it right alongside me. So make sure y'all follow along with me. And I'll see you on the next video.